Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jenny Jaegal, and I am a Business Development Manager for Bigadan. Thank you all for joining us today, and I'm really excited to share with you how we turn organic waste to energy and fertilizer. Bigadan is a global leader in biogas technology, and we're headquartered in Denmark. We have over 40 years of experience in turning difficult waste streams such as manure, food waste, and other industrial organic waste to valuable products such as energy and fertilizer through anaerobic digestion. We have designed and built over 40 biogas plants around the world, some of which we built for clients and others we own and operate through locally anchored long-term partnerships. For reference, the 11 biogas plants that we have in Denmark process 2.5 million tons of biomass per year and generate 5 million MMBTU of energy, which is equivalent to a total CO2 reduction of 600,000 tons per year. We're also the preferred partner of the fourth largest dairy company in the world, Arla, and the largest meat processing company in Europe, which is Danish Crown. Here's our biogas system. We source our biomass locally, generally within a 40-mile radius from our biogas plant. And while we do require our customers to separate their organic waste before sending them to our facility, we do anticipate some form of contamination to be present, as all of you may already know. So we have a depacking system when we receive those materials, which can take out inert materials such as plastics and cartons, as you can see on this video. Once the organic waste have been cleaned and separated, they go through an air cleaning process, and then after that, they get mixed in with liquid, which could be water, manure, or any type of industrial liquid waste. And then they are pasteurized for an hour at 158 degrees Fahrenheit. Then they go into the digesters, which is around 100 degrees Fahrenheit and free of oxygen. This provides an excellent environment for bacteria to break down the carbon present in the organic matter to produce biogas, which is a compound of methane and carbon dioxide. That process takes about 2 to 3 weeks, and during which we take out the gas and upgrade it to be used for multiple purposes, as I will describe later on. And the remaining degassed biomass goes into a storage tank to be used as an organic liquid fertilizer. So now I will go a little bit more in depth on our biomass and our products. So our company categorizes our biomass in three sections. One is metropolis, which is difficult waste streams from large urban areas, and that can include food waste from schools, grocery stores, restaurants, theme parks, hotels, hospitals, public institutions, or anywhere that we see a lot of food waste coming out of. The next is corporate, which is excess resources and waste from industries, and that can include pharmaceutical waste, food processing waste, or any types of organic waste that's generated from large industrial operations. And lastly, we have agriculture, which is waste from agriculture practices, and that can include manure, pig slurry, chicken litter, dairy waste, sugarcane byproducts, and more. Our biogas plants have the capability to co-digest all three of these materials within the same biogas plant. So now let's talk about the products. First is biomethane, which is the majority of the biogas that we extract from our biomass. The biomethane can be injected into the grid to be used for electricity or heating, or it can be compressed to be used in vehicles that use compressed natural gas or CNG, or it can be liquefied to be used as fuel for vessels that use liquefied natural gas or LNG. To give you an idea of the environmental impact of using biomethane instead of fossil fuel, is that a heavy-duty truck that's powered by biomethane offsets carbon emission of 300 cars, and a vessel powered by biomethane gains an approximately 20% improved carbon footprint. Our next product is biogenic CO2, which is food grade. So it is generally used in the food and beverage industry to be made into dry ice or carbonated beverages. In fact, during our last holiday company dinner, we all drank beer that was infused with biogenic CO2 that we captured from one of our biogas plants in Denmark, and none of us experienced any health complications. Biogenic CO2 can also be liquefied to be used for refrigeration purposes in large trucks that transport food and beverage. And here's our final product, which is the biofertilizer. This is an odorless liquid material, as you can see on that picture on the right, and it is about a 4% solid matter content, so you can imagine how liquid it is. It says over here that it is pending a permit as an organic fertilizer by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection, and I'm happy to announce that we recently just received the permit, so now our product, once it is being produced, it can be legally applied as an organic fertilizer within the state of Florida. Here's one of our biogas plants that currently exists in Denmark called Solort Biogas. They process about 475,000 tons of biomass per year, and that was since 2022, but they started around halfway in 2015. Their incoming biomass is residential food waste from the Danish capital region, Copenhagen, pectin byproducts, eluate, manure, and seaweed. Their biomethane production is up to 200 gigawatt hour per year, and is used for electricity, heating, and land transportation. And their biofertilizer is distributed to local farms, and if anybody's familiar with Denmark, there's a lot of farms. And here's another example, which is Horsens Bioenergy, and they are likely the most advanced biogas plant in the world. They started in 2014 and has gone through several upgrades, to which now they process 350,000 tons of biomass per year. Their incoming biomass is residential food waste from the local region, manure, and a variety of industrial organic waste. Their biomethane production is up to 280 gigawatt hour per year, and it is used for electricity, heat, and land transportation. And one of the reasons why this biogas plant is one of the most advanced in the world is because they have the technology to liquefy the biogenic CO2, and that is used for food truck refrigeration. And one of the companies that utilize our liquefied biogenic CO2 is actually one of the largest grocery chain stores in Denmark and Norway. And of course, the biofertilizer is distributed to local farms. The reason why I'm giving you these Danish examples is because we're bringing our technology that we have been applying mostly in Europe here in the United States. We will be developing biogas plants that are very similar to the two that I've shared with you before, and their incoming biomass will start anywhere around 120,000 tons with the potential to scale up to 1 million tons per year. And that'll include any food waste, industrial organic waste, and agriculture waste. For outgoing products, the biomethane production is estimated to be around 1 million MMBtu per year, which is equivalent to 3/4 of the fuel consumption of a large cruise ship. And the biogenic CO2 is estimated at around 31,000 tons per year, and the biofertilizer at around 2 million tons per year. We are developing projects in 3 clusters within the country, and that includes the Southeast, Midwest, and Western US. Our plan is to develop 10 biogas plants in these areas that will, on an annual basis, divert 5 million tons of organic waste from the landfills, produce 10 million MMBtu of biomethane, 5 million tons of biogenic CO2, and 5 million tons of biofertilizer. And these biogas plants will open up thousands of direct and indirect jobs for locals. In order for these projects to be successful, we're seeking locally and even nationally anchored long-term collaborative partnerships in these areas. Organic waste providers, biomethane off-takers, biogenic CO2 off-takers, biofertilizer off-takers, and haulers who can bring in the organic biomass to our biogas plant and then haul the biofertilizer from our biogas plant to customers. We have over 40 years of experience in working with many different stakeholders, and we can minimize risk and optimize total value chain for all project partners involved in a truly sustainable relation. We're all gathered here today in the Southeast Recycling Conference because we all value sustainability, especially when it comes to responsibly managing our waste. Bigadan can play an important role in advancing your company's sustainability, your community sustainability goals by touching on all three pillars of sustainability. For environmental stewardship, it is a no-brainer that we're diverting a significant amount of organic waste from landfills and generating renewable energy and biofertilizer, which reduces our reliance on fossil fuel and phosphate mining. In a social sense, we're promoting a circular economy by sourcing biomass locally and distributing the renewable energy and biofertilizer locally as well. We're also reducing odor that would otherwise be present in landfills when organic matter is decomposing, or when manure is directly being applied in farmlands to be used as fertilizer. We also offer tours to the public for educational purposes. There are also economic benefits through competitive tipping fee that we will offer, as well as energy and biofertilizer costs. And research shows that food waste separation promotes cost savings in kitchens as well. Our company has been in the industry for over 4 decades, and one thing we realize is that turning organic waste to energy, renewable energy, and biofertilizer is a win-win solution for all stakeholders, and it is simply a great story. I will conclude my presentation with a quote from our founder and owner, Carson Butchev. By ensuring vital nutrients remain in circulation, together we nurture our soil for successful cultivation. Thank you all for your interest, and please feel free to reach out with any questions, comments, or partnership inquiries. Thank you.